Back to the stream. We appreciate you being with us. It's scary as heck. You've heard of revenge porn. A spurned ex posts a compromising photo of you to shame you online.
Now, how about deepfake porn? It's made using AI, artificial intelligence. We talk about this all the time, but this one is made to shame you. But it's not you. It just looks exactly like you. So we're asking a few questions this morning. Are you protected from this in Illinois, this next generation of really evil?
Yeah.
Joining us now is Dr. Ann Olivarius, women's right attorney and founder of the McAllister Olivarius. Thank you so much for being here. We really wanted you to weigh in on this because you helped get the UK Parliament to pass the UK's first revenge pornography law back in 2015. So we're really leaning on you to help us dive into this.
Counselor, a deep fake is kind of a hyper-realistic video or audio. Sounds just like a person or a victim. However, it is fake. It's not real at all. A deep fake is made using artificial intelligence and something called deep learning, which teaches AI to process data similar to the way a human brain does. More than 90% of deep fakes, according to one research group, are porn. It's alarmingly simple how to make something like this. Am I wrong there?
You're completely correct. 96, 98% of deepfakes are pornography, and that's what it is.
And we know one of the better known examples of this is just this non-consensual deepfake porn is when popular live streaming video gamer, his name was Brandon Ewing, a lot of people know him as Atrioc, he was caught with deepfake porn. It was of his friends, it was of his co-workers live on his stream. He still has a career. Those women, though, of course, they're scarred, they're traumatized for the rest of their lives. Can you talk about governing agencies for this? There's no federal laws right now, correct?
No, there's a discussion, there's a digital act coming into play, the Digital Forgeries Act, but that's not going to stop this. I mean, we need to actually take a look at it, you're right, in terms of revenge porn, and we've done really very little, and I think fairly ineffectively have addressed that problem. Because it really does call on the social media platforms to take action, to actually do something, and there's been a great deal of reluctance on the part of them to do anything to help stop this problem. And government has gone some distance, but not very far.
How long did it take you to get this first bit of legislation passed in the UK? I mean, was this a big feat there?
Yeah, sure. As you say, 2015, people, have a view with, for instance, intimate photos. What they typically would say to me when I was appearing before Parliament and arguing this case, they'd say, well, why do these women, generally women, but why do women send naked pictures to their partners? Why would they do that? And they would look upon it that it was always their fault. It was never the fault of the person who exposed those pictures and may have received them in an intimate relationship. It was always the woman's fault. And so it took a while. I remember one night sitting next to a member of Parliament, and he said it had just happened in his family. And I said, so does this motivate you now to do something about it? Because this is a way of courtship now. This is how people date. The younger generation, sends naked pictures all the time. And, for the women who send pictures, they're asked to send top shots first. The young girls, for instance, in high schools, they're, pressured, send us a top shot. So they have a naked chest and their head. The men might send what's called, dick pics around, but it never has their head in them. So you don't know whose genitals you're seeing. So it's a very different equation. Really, it's hard to shame a man, a boy, who does this, and it happens all the time, where it's very easy to start shaming girls. They put the pressure on those young teenage girls to say, well, you sent a top shot, unless you send a full naked shot, we're going to go public with the top shot. And so they get this blackmail on them all the time, or we call it sextortion.
Yeah, so Counselor, revenge porn has been a felony in Illinois since 2014. This year, Governor Pritzker passed a bill to crack down on deep fakes as well, and giving victims the opportunity to seek civil recourse as well, getting monies for, pain suffered. Sounds like Illinois is ahead of the curve here. Is there more that needs to be done here in Illinois, or where would you rank us?
Illinois is ahead of the game. Bravo to you good people in Illinois. You're doing something, but of course, when you look at it, deepfakes, revenge porn, it's a form of civil rape. It's a sexual assault crime that's going on. And that never really carries a lot of sway or moment with a lot of politicians and people. They don't want to do anything. They certainly don't want to take on the social media platforms. They prefer to look the other way on that. So even though a lot of the deep fakes and the revenge porn may happen to minors, it still isn't really prosecuted with the fervor one would like to see. People who are victims of this often tell us that nothing happens. They go to the police and police stare at the photos and seem to take some gratification from seeing them. It's often reported, but nothing much happens. Very few prosecutions.
It's not going away. This is not going away anytime soon. There's not a lot of, governance over it. So let's talk about people watching right now, us. How can we protect ourselves? Is there something we can do to protect ourselves against this happening to us?
This is where it gets really tricky, because what they say in Norway about this problem, for instance, the government there in Norway has said the only thing that a person can do, a citizen of Norway, to protect themselves is to remove themselves from social media platforms. Well, good luck trying to explain to a lot of people that you can't be on social media. And that's a real problem. That's the only for sure protection that you have, is to do that. And even that may not be perfect, but that's your best option. Aside from that, what you can do then is put in, take down requests when they go up. You can say, this is not consensual. I didn't even know it was done. I want it down. Okay, you could try to use the system that way. But, we've had many clients that come and we get a deepfake request takedown. We put it in, but it's already proliferated to maybe 100 other sites. So we may get it down off of, one of them.
Wow.
But Pornhub may take it down, but they won't take it down. They've already sent it around and gotten some money on sending it around to other porn sites.
Yeah,
So
and I'm thinking
really,
about
really tough.
maybe you take it off of Instagram, or you don't have a Facebook page, but maybe you have a LinkedIn.
Right.
Maybe you are on a dating profile.
You have a LinkedIn and it's just in there in the cached pictures,
Yeah.
which stay around forever. So really,
Exactly.
I'm gathering what you're saying is you're out there. You just got to be vigilant about looking for it or seeing if it's happened
Well,
to
you can try, but we need to raise our voices about changing the law actually to
Right.
stop this.
Yeah.
It has to go to the social media platform. They have to get consent before they can put any of this stuff up. Real consent. And without consent, and there's ways they can do that and do it effectively. So they need to have consent before they can put it up. There has to be a law about putting that stuff up that's pretty clear. People are really hesitant to do anything. Politicians are avoidant in that kind of. This is a huge problem, and you're so right. It is only going to grow. Dating for the younger generation. I mean, I'm here in England today. And certainly when I'm in the States doing cases in the same area, the whole generation, the younger generation Z, what they do is they text all the time. This is really common. We do divorce work. I can tell you, people who are 45, 50, 65 come in and they've got intimate picture problems that they've given to their husbands of many years, and they find them online, with this notion that somehow they deserve to be revenged, that they deserve to be hurt. And then we have these women coming in saying, I've lost my job. I'm a teacher. We just had someone recently. She's a teacher. She was in what she thought was a life-enhancing, beautiful relationship with a man. They broke up. He puts her pictures online with her name underneath the pictures and her address and her email address and even what she likes allegedly about sex. And in this case, that she likes it rough. She had people coming to her door trying to get in, having to call the police repeatedly. This man said on her, social media, he sends the pictures to all of her friends and family. They appear at her place of work. She loses her job. Okay, this is really got a lot of effect. You start to lose your job. You can't get another job. They put the woman's name in online in Google. Who's going to hire her? They blame her for this.
Yeah.
So we really get on top of this and take a very different approach and stop blaming the victim one more time.
Right.
And laws in the books that can be enforced.
Sounds like we need some type of federal oversight on this and some harsh penalties for it. We thank you for your time.
Yeah, women's rights attorney and founder of the McAllister Olivarius law firm, Dr. Ann. We really appreciate you being with us. Thank you so much for your time and expertise.
Thanks for the work you're doing. Thank you.